There's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need to know. Carl rings the bell and the members show to the GMP morning show. Featured guests will come and they will blow your mind. The audience will do so in kind. The little vanity mixed with some insanity on the morning show with GMP. Hey, you gumpers.
Oh, hey, you gumpers, hastily trying to download videos here of delicious donuts. I wonder if this is going to work if I click this button here. Anyway, all up. Oh, no, that didn't work. All up, you got to be careful with these dodgy downloading softwares. I wonder what's in this box. Oh, I wonder what's in the box. You're going to find out in just a little while. I'm going to save that video now. Bon dia, alegria, friends. And welcome to the Good Morning Portugal live stream podcast and show. How are you this morning? Where are you? There you are. Fantastic. Loads of comments coming in this morning. Lots of lovely photos to show you. Look at this. Do you recognize this building here? Let me show you a picture. There you go. Do you recognize this building? That features today in Portuguese history. Not to be confused with where I was yesterday, having a marvelous lunch with Bill. Then we went on to here. That the video is connected to. Anyone fancy a bolo de billing? There's quite a few there. 100 bolo de billing. Take you a while to get through that. There'd be a curve, wouldn't there? You'd steam in and yes, yum, 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 lovely. And then after about 5 or 6, which is the condition I was in. I've got one I can't quite bring myself to eat here now, but they were delicious. More about those later on. And of course, it's all about the food this morning at 9 o'clock. We go to the amazing Austin Brothers Studios in Al-Viagra, where, of course, Owen and Garvo, well, Owen will be cooking with Garvo in assistance this morning. So stick around, tune in for a veggie special this morning, vegan and veggie food as created and cooked live for you on the Good Morning Portugal show by Owen this morning. Wow, that was quite an excitable and rousing start to things, wasn't it? Thank you for the pictures overnight. 913-590-303. Hola, bon dia, alegria from Matty from Amsterdam this morning. I will have to miss the live show today. Oh, just popping in to leave a message on the desk. I will be in my car driving to Portugal. That's a most excellent excuse. Very good. We'll watch it later during a charging session. Tell you what, though, he's in a Tesla, right? You can't get more progressive and modern than that. And he can't even tune in to something that he could listen to on his phone. Come on, Tesla, Matty, sort it out. Bon dia, alegria. Gumpers from T-Duck. See you later. Another apology. We're reading through apologies at the beginning. It's a bit of a downer, isn't it? I will miss the show today. We'll watch Owen on the replay. Have much to do before heading out to the meetup. Meetup! Oh, my goodness, it's Wednesday. And the Silver Coast meetup happens today. See you there. Now, I'm looking at the weather, and I'm a little bit concerned that it might be raining today. But I think we're going to go to Palmera anyway, and we'll pack it out at the under the covers, and maybe get Nelson to put the umbrellas up on the deck. And we'll take it from there. We'll see what happens. Bring waterproofs, folks, if you're coming. And people are really literally there from all over the world. See you, Steve. See you later on. See you, Gina. The regulars will be there as well. Garvo and Owen, I think, are coming over after the cooking show. So it'd be fantastic today. Hope to see some of you there, says T-Duck. I think these Portuguese sayings got missed a few days ago, so I'll repeat them. Yes, the Portuguese sayings, they can repeat on you, you know, can come up at the most inopportune moment. Estás aqui, estás a comer. You are here to eat. Now, that is so... Oh, if you don't behave, I'll slap you. That's quite a loose translation, I would think. You are here to eat. I mean, that means what? Just get on with it, right? Just do it in Portuguese. Estás aqui, estás a comer. Very good. Estumei. It's very appropriate for today as well. Estumei nas tintas. I'm in the inks. I don't give a damn. Ooh, quite frankly, my dear, estumei nas tintas. That would have been great, wouldn't it, if you'd said that? Ir para o olho da rua. Go to the eye of the street. Now, isn't the eye of the street the grandma who sits on her balcony watching everything that's going on below? I wonder. I don't know quite what that means. What do we think? Go to the eye of the street. Get out of here. So yeah, get in the street, get out of my house, get out of my dreams. God Squad tip of the day to you. Walk. What? Where's that coming from? Oh, that's coming from my phone. That's weird. Just heard myself doing the show on my phone. God Squad tip of the day then. Walking in nature is fantastic for mental health as well as fitness. Yeah, I do. I mean, I know a few of you probably go to gyms and you walk on those machines, right? That your grandparents would have been shocked to see you doing, right? But yeah, getting out in nature if you possibly can. Out from the smelly gym, out from behind the glass, and into nature. I mean, hopefully for most people, that's not too difficult. I hope. I hope there's a tree somewhere that you can go and hug. I think who was talking to us about hugging trees? I think it was James on Monday, wasn't it? Bathe in a sea of trees. Forest bathing, it's all the rage, isn't it? And let life's stresses float away. I think we need some celestial music in the background for that, don't we? Walking in nature. Maybe, Coach, you could send those in. Hey, I tell you what, if you want to record them into WhatsApp, that can be just played out along with any other messages. And Pete Bleach, please don't take that as a a green light for me playing your brand of filth and besmirching my reputation here. You know, I would not indulge in any lame. Still playing in the background, lame innuendo or smutty stuff. So please do not do that on 913-590-303. What? Stop it! Okay, who have we got now? I've actually got to turn my phone off because I can't stop the noise. Make it stop! What's that in Portuguese? Make it stop! Okay, that's good. Oh no, if I do that, then I won't be able to get any of your messages. Okay, here's an alternative. Let me see if I can do this. Nick Ferrari of LBC has gone. Thank God for that. Bathe in a sea of trees and let life's stresses float away. Fantastic. Yeah, we need some very nice temple in the forest, new agey music, aka two dogs peeing in a biscuit tin, as Stewie Wild used to say. Walking in nature is fantastic for mental health as well as fitness. Bathe in a sea of trees and let life's stresses float away. I'm available for voiceovers. Bon dia, Gumpers. Feliz carta todos. Guru Slug James is in this morning, and he just popped a comment in, didn't he? Oh, no, he didn't. Speaking of walking in nature, oh, yeah, excellent. It's as though we planned this. You know, I stay up really late at night planning and preparing all of this. Here's some nature for you then. Your comment is over you or your companion there, James. Let's just take your comment off the screen. A bit of forest bathing yesterday, fully clothed, at least for the photograph. James there, fantastic. Good stuff. And let's stay with nature then. Susie's having a great time. Now, you could think she's in the middle of nature, which she is in a sense, but that is in the city of Caldas da Rainha, one of the black swans there. They have white peacocks and black swans. So a lovely selection of birds over there at the Dom Carlos Park, right in the center of Caldas da Rainha. Now, where are these other? I'm getting a bit confused with my picture deck here. Is this you as well? Oh, yeah, at the boathouse, Casas de Barco. There's a straightforward and very boring white swan after the black swan you've shown us there. So it's a great picture. Lovely sunny day in Caldas da Rainha. And through the trees there, the old hospital. It's an iconic and wonderful building. And that's the second photograph of that I saw yesterday. Somebody else on one of the Facebook groups sent in a picture of, they said, I can't not take a picture of this wonderful place every time I come here. Every single time, period. The reflection of the magnificent hospital, ex-hospital, is standing in a somewhat state of disrepair at the moment. But I think the Americans will soon sort that out over there in Caldas da Rainha. They'll think it's a crime that it's standing empty such as it is, and there'll be loft apartments in there before you know it. Now, I had a great trip over to Alchemist with Bill yesterday. I'll show you a picture of Bill in just a minute, but we need to come back to your comments for just a moment to make sure everybody is feeling welcome this morning. Where's it gone now? I mean, all these computer changes are really confusing me. Oh, there's Bill. There's Bill with his box of donuts. Talking bollos as we were yesterday. Got a lovely little video for you as well, talking bollos. And as which I specialize in every morning. Join me from 8:30 till 10 every morning, occasionally talking bottles here on the Good Morning Portugal show. Oh, that's a great video, even if I say so myself. Okay, back to your comments and your chat. How's everyone doing? Rebel Mama's in! Behave yourselves. Rebel Mama's here. Act serious. Okay. Maxine also, Buddy. Yeah, Buddy. Look forward to seeing you later. And where was I in the comments here? Oh, yeah, we were forest bathing, weren't we? Before we were so rudely interrupted. Bon dia, immigrants. From a very good picture. People in top hats. From a midlife crisis world tour. Profi Sabio this morning. Oi Sabio. Oi Sabio. Sorry if you had to look several times at the screen. I'm just trying to pronounce your name correctly. Bon dia, Alegria. Looking forward to some of Owen's cooking today and the meetup. Too excellent. Doesn't get better than this, does it? Living our best lives here. Good morning. There used to be an indication beside our comments showing the time and comments were being made. This time indication has disappeared from my iPad. Do you still have it? I do not have your iPad. Okay, some of this now. Down. Now, who does that at home? Are you in the habit yet of waiting for that bit at the end and going down? Or are you more of a boobity bar? Or are you hey pretty bee at the top there with your barbershop? I wonder. You can tell me. You can share with the Gumper community how you sing along to the doo-wop national anthem of Portugal. Anyway, today in Portuguese history, 1904, Lisbon Synagogue is inaugurated. Tentative plans for the construction of a synagogue occurred in the 19th century, but there were difficulties with official support. And we have pictures here to prove the building of the building, the creation of the building. And that's what I showed you earlier on. Look at this. I've got a feeling I might have missed one out here, though, Prof. Let me know if I have. But there's a lovely interior there. And let's go to an exterior view as well. It's great, isn't it? And let's go back to see what Prof is saying about this here. On the 23rd of August, 1901, the license was signed to buy the land along with Rua Alexandre Herculano. In 1902, the lands were donated to the Israeli Committee in Lisbon. The plan allowed an operating space that could allow 400 men and 200 women to celebrate religious worship. The synagogue was the first synagogue to be built in Portugal since the late 15th century. So there you go. Let's just have another quick look at those pictures. Excellent delving into the archive there, Prof. Eusebio, and the interior there. Interestingly, for 400 men and 200 women as a place of worship. Look at that. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Prof. Superb. And good morning all from Suze and Taxi. How you doing this morning? See you later on, Suze. You know where to go. You now know where to go. Okay, and onward then in the chat this morning. And Deagle, I took it to heart yesterday, Deagle. Oh, actually, a couple of things you said. Stevie, did you have a good send-off for Stevie? Somebody who worked nights for the last 27 years in Belfast, A&E, I believe. What the things they must have seen in the last 27 years and the life they must have had only working nights for the last 27 years. I was quite taken by Stevie. So I hope that went well and I hope Stevie was appropriately acknowledged for that. Talk about Rua Herculano. That's a Herculean effort, isn't it? Another phrase ruined by Boris Johnson and his cabinet. But anyway, sorry to mention that name and bring politics into it. But yeah, they nick all the best phrases and words, don't they? Herculean effort from Stevie there. And I hope he had a fantastic send-off, Deagle. You also said yesterday, Deagle, that I've not been looking at the... Hold on a minute. What's going on? There's dancing in the kitchen.
Got an output.
Yeah, right. Oh, God. The Christmas tree. See in a bit. That was good, wasn't it? I'll have to make a little clip. It's a GIF that could go viral. Owen warming up in the kitchen, looking mighty fine there, with his cooking outfit on. I wonder what if Garvo and Owen are matching this morning. We'll go back and see him at around 9 o'clock. It's all sounding. I can almost smell it. I could hear sizzling, I'm sure, in the background. Hopefully that's cooking. Everyone, Man Cave greeting. Can't stay, but we'll on catch up. Everyone's so polite and brilliant here, aren't they? Can't watch the show today, but I'll come and say hello before it even begins. Bless you. Andy, create yourself a magical day. Choose it, man. Choose it. From Guru Slug this morning. Yeah, Deagle said I hadn't been doing much news, and I still don't think I'm going to get around to it this morning. Has anyone seen my round to it? I need to get around to it. Portugal resident, Portugal news. We might go to them. I'll tell you what I'll do. Even if I don't get there myself this morning, there was an interesting piece in the Portugal news. Dougie's been writing about nose hair and capris, apparently. Thanks to John for the tip-off about that. But they're the 7 best Portuguese viewpoints. They are the, well, I'll tell you where they are rather than spoiling it for you. They're in Bragança, Penafiel, Coimbra. Coimbra, have I seen that one? That's the only one I've seen of those 7, I think, in Coimbra. And Viana do Castelo, looking forward to going to the north. Tabuaço and the Azores, not been there yet. Madeira, not been there either. These are some of the highlights, the best viewpoints in Portugal. I'm going to put that news article so you can look at those if you wish, rather than me on the screen. But don't you dare do that when Owen and Garvo on the screen. But there's a little bit of news for you. More of a feature, I suppose. But Portuguese news, what's dominating, they are, and the cynical among us might think that this talk of high COVID figures, numbers, might be something to do with the World Health Organization wanting to bring in a little bit of global legislation. I'm not saying if I'm going there or not. I'm just saying that's what some people are saying. World Recycling Day as well. Portugal could do a lot better. Yeah, you wine drinkers, put it in the right place. Well, the empty, that is, not the wine, the empty bottle. Recovery of tourism turns focus back to new airport. That'll run and run, won't it? And has been since we've been doing this. Bumper gains at central bank. Well, I hope that gets. I hope that wealth is redistributed appropriately. Portugal sends new consignment of military and other aid to Ukraine. There's a few headlines from. Oh my God! Unlicensed creche owner allegedly beat children with truncheon. That is. I mean, that's why I don't want to even look at the news. That's awful, isn't it? And where are we? Yeah, COVID news is in there as well. And Portugal news, then, looking at their front page. Let me just do that very quickly. Diego, I took it seriously what you said. Visiting Portugal the hard way. We might have to come back to that later on to find out what the opposite might be. Property prices must be closely monitored. That's a quote from somebody or other, probably an estate agent. Yeah, and COVID news in Portugal news as well, as in the Portugal news, the publication, online at portugalnews.com. Portugal news registers 34,000 daily cases of COVID-19, and Lisbon startups are worth 2.1 billion. Good work in that incredible, vibrant, dynamic startup culture in Lisbon, which I have been party to over the last few years from time to time. It is very exciting there, the innovation and entrepreneurialism that's occurring in this country, and particularly in Lisbon. And also, finally, police cracking down, pardon the pun, on Algarve drug dealers. So arrests in the Algarve there, and on that sort of behavior down there in the south, giving people a bad name, coming over here, selling drugs or whatever it is that's going on there. But I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm going to say hello to Brian Taylor this morning. Bon dia, Gumpers and St. Catherine. How you doing, Brian? How you doing, Kate? Thank you for your call this morning. Peter Bleach is in. Bon dia, Alegria from a beautiful, sunny and unicorn-filled central Portugal. Absolutely. If you see a rainbow in central Portugal, you know how it's been produced over that way. The old unicorns feasting on a feijoal. Feliz quarta-feira, Gumpers from Cindy B. Very good, Cindy. Thank you for that. It's always good, isn't it, to have a little bit of Portuguese, especially with the day of the week. I mean, for two reasons. One, so that you can practice. Hold on a minute. Let's go back to the kitchen here. What's going on? All right, lads. How's it going?
All right, Governor. How you doing?
What we doing? We're doing Mary Poppins this morning. What's happening over there?
We're just waiting for you guys. We're waiting. We're waiting to go live with you.
Okay, well then there's no point me keeping you off the screen, is there? People love seeing you. Why deprive them of that? Veggie or not, interestingly then. So what's going on here? Good morning to you both. How are you?
Good morning, Carl.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm really well. I love these cooking Wednesdays. It's a slightly different thing for me on a live cooking Wednesday with Owen and with Garvo. I could sit back and take it a little bit easier on these particular days and just chip in with the occasional Graham Norton-esque or Terry Wogan style comment as though it were Eurovision I'm watching.
I'm saying nothing. I'm saying nothing about Eurovision. I'm saying nothing about it.
That's something wrong there. The French gave us 12 points. That's not right, is it? Come on. There's some conspiracy going on there. That's just not right.
Yeah, and if we are doing a little bit of Eurovision post-mortem, it was the strangest of evenings, wasn't it? I think the government in Britain were panicking in case they had to host it next year. But my theory was that people were typing in Ukraine and they got as far as UK and then sent it by mistake, or the autocorrect.
Good point.
Yeah, that's how UK got into second place. But you look, I mean, if I do my Graham Norton impersonation, well, look at this, Central Portugal's entry to the Eurovision here. Lovely outfits, chaps. Let's see what the song's like now. Can you sing for us?
Back once again with the Phil behaviour, with the Phil behaviour, with the Phil behaviour.
Back once again.
That sounded a bit more like the guy that used to be the Grand Prix, didn't it?
It did, didn't it?
And there goes Silly Moss. Wow.
No. Okay. I shouldn't really dabble too much in the impersonations here. So what have we got then? I was saying earlier on, I could hear sizzling. I could almost smell it. And this is the long-awaited, much looked forward to veggie vegan offering, Owen. I think it was time, wasn't it, to cater?
Yeah, absolutely. We spoke about perhaps doing a veggie burger, but you know, you can do veggie burgers, bean burgers, and everything else. And I came across this recipe while just searching through and gave it a try myself. I thought this is a must today. So it's a vegan vegetarian wrap. We have all the lovely ingredients down in front of us here today. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing this one, and obviously the guys trying it out once I've cooked everything.
Okay, and we've had Hollywood style production meetings, haven't we, for possible outside broadcasts, barbecues, get-togethers, and so on. Any our people have been speaking to your people. It's been amazing. What's the update on that then? It's likely, I think, that there's going to be some sort of meetup, maybe not on a Wednesday, but a bit of a get-together, bit of a barbie, right?
Yeah, on a weekend. We've had a look at a few venues, myself and the doc. In fact, today, after this Silver Coast meetup, can't wait to see everybody there today. We're going to go and check out another couple of places, and then what we'll do, I think a bit of an idea, Carl, is maybe we have 3 or 4 and have a little vote one morning, let's say. If you put the pictures up of the particular places, and we can vote, and then we can have a general idea of the attendance and how stressed I'm going to get on the morning cooking stuff. So yeah, we can do that.
Well, it would be my pleasure to do that, because I love showing the Parque de Merenda of Portugal. It's such a brilliant part of life here in Portugal, to have these barbecue areas where people are superbly respectful towards each other. I turned up the other day at my local one. There's even a bag of coals there. So I used them and left my own. And, you know, the circle of barbecuing life continued over there in San Martino de Porto. But there's running water, there's shade, there's great big tables and chairs. It's a fantastic tradition here. So I think we should be a part of that. Any other updates from Central Portugal while we're talking? How's Al-Viagra looking? What's been going on over that way, Garvo, recently?
It's actually a little bit misty this morning, which is not necessarily a bad sign, because that normally means it gets very hot.
It's raining.
It's raining.
No, it's not. It's just you need your windows cleaning, Garvo.
That bloody dust, that bloody dust again, isn't it?
That is a brilliant weather report.
When in Portugal, wait 10 minutes.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Same here. I'm hoping it's going to shine later on the righteous at the meetup, but it is still looking a little bit miserly and misty over this way as well. Well, we shall see, and we will deal with it appropriately when the time comes. So, okay. Time to cook, or have I come to you too early? Should we say a few more hellos to people? Maybe you can join me in that. So the doc is here, aforementioned. Bon dia alegria de liria a todos. We'll see. We will see the doc as well, will we, later on at the meetup?
Yes, the doc will be there this afternoon as well at the Silver Coast meetup. He will be there.
Yeah. Okay. We've had a lot of apologies this morning and promises to watch on catch up. Here's another one. Jack Polly off for our favorite coffee this morning. We'll watch at lunchtime. I was going to suggest you maybe get a takeaway and come back and watch the show, but it's not a thing really in Portugal, is it? Have you ever asked for a takeaway coffee in Portugal?
It'll be cold by the time you get home.
That's true. And yes, because actually you make a good point, because coffee is not served that hot in the first place, is it? I was with somebody on Monday who asked for, a muito quente galão. And that it was done. It was scaldingly hot, I suspect, with all that boiling milk in it. But they don't come really hot. And takeaway coffee is not a thing. You don't hang about, do you? You stand at the bottom. Tell me your respective approaches to having coffee in the local. Probably with a cherinha, right, Garvo, for you?
Well, that's always a good move. But the thing is, right, when you do get hot coffee, does it take you by surprise or what? Because you're quite so used to getting the coffee and it's woof, and suddenly it's like
yes, yeah, going your head in the river Nabal afterwards. Yeah, so not a thing. Don't try ordering that over here in Portugal. What's your favourite coffee, Garvo? Sorry, Owen.
I like Mayo de Lait.
Yeah,
coffee with milk.
Half and half.
Is that right? Yeah.
Make light.
Okay,
Or
very good.
sometimes just a quick shot. Just a quick small little cup. Knock it back.
Stand up.
That's it.
A beaker.
Yeah.
A beaker.
Yeah.
That's one of them, isn't it?
Yes, look, a cooking quote this morning. You know how we like our quotes in the morning. I believe that Kennedy's famous "Ich bin ein Berliner" also translates as "I am a donut" in Portuguese. Didn't think that. Well, it isn't the Bolo de Berlin. I've got stand in the village square and shout that out. See what happens. Nubianet also in this morning, trying to stay awake. Oh, come on, we're doing our best here. Hola, bon dia, gente. It's probably because it's some ungodly hour for Nubianet. Rebel Mama's in. ¿Qué tal? She's saying to us, yeah, Pete's in. Rebel Mama, the prof, of course. Moaz also here this morning. Moaz, how you doing? How's New York looking? We too, not to be left out. We have a black swan in Leria, as they do in Caldesh, says the doc this morning. Looking forward to see you later on, mate. Anna here, bon dia alegria from Villarreal de Santo Antonio, where it's been busy celebrating the formation of the town there. We had kids visits last week, their first day in Portugal, and they absolutely loved it. Why wouldn't they? That's fantastic. The only black swan that isn't beautiful is one that crashes the markets. Oh, very good, very good. Carl, was that your Frankie Valli voice? I've done, so to speak, I've done Graham Norton and Frankie Valli this morning. Definitely going to need a coffee. Okay, back to you, gentlemen. we will come back. Oh no, one more quickie. The Pfizer do the. Oh, look, this would be great, wouldn't it, to be playing whilst you cook? Brothers Johnson. Yeah, what a tune! And I think
it is a tune. That is a tune. I remember that one.
Well, it would be, wouldn't it? With the Brothers Johnson on for starters, Quincy Jones on production. I think Rod Temperton wrote it as well. It is the birthday of Lightning Fingers Johnson, and it is only fitting that we celebrate such an iconic member of the funk family. Legends. Okay, from one funk family to another. Let's go to the Phil behaviour of Owen in Al-Viagra. Take it away, fellas, with a bit of a rapid.
Cool. What we've got here then this morning.
I've come undone.
Have you come undone, Garvo? Hang on. Just stop a minute. Garvo's come undone.
Okay,
right.
I'm tight again.
Yeah, Carl, we nearly.
No.
After watching the fashion, the models yesterday, we nearly came on screen with just aprons, and then we thought the better of it.
Well, save that for the
anybody's breakfast this morning. We didn't want to spoil anybody's breakfast. Yeah, Garvo's right.
Ciders.
Way too early.
Really.
Oh God!
My eyes! It wouldn't take much.
What the heck? What that Garvo apparently is fashion.
Is it?
Oh, well done. Garvo wants to have a closer look there.
It looks like that guy on the left looks like he's been a postman and he's been attacked by a dog or something.
Yeah.
Well, we've all been there. We've all been there. I mean, it's London fashion show, I think. Is it a fashion showing or fashion growing? I wonder there with the gentleman in the middle. So you could, I mean, if we get enough appeals for you to do that, would you do that as a kind of curtain call at the end?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
I would.
Carry on.
I would.
You can Garvo would. I'll do it.
If it was for charity or something, I probably would.
Yeah.
For charity, mate. We'd do it. For charity, we'd do it, mate. Of course.
Charity.
Okay. Pete Bleach, €2. Beros. Yeah, that's good enough, Pete. Okay. All right. Back to those were kind of model wraps, weren't they, rather than veggie wraps? Let's go back to the food, shall we, rather than London model. Okay.
Okay, then. So what I'm going to show you, just quickly run through the ingredients that we've got down here. The two main ingredients that we have the butternut squash, and we have some chickpeas, and we also have some pineapple. And I'm going to season that with some mixed herbs, salt, black pepper, paprika, garlic salt and onion flakes, cumin, and we have some piri piri here as well. Then once the wrap is done, I'm going to garnish that with some coriander leaves, cilantro for those Americans, a bit of lime and a bit of onions. These spices here is a all-purpose seasoning, which is going to go with the butternut squash. So what I would do, first of all, is add, oh, I forgot the orange. And we have some orange as well. So what I'm firstly going to do is just squeeze some orange over the butternut squash.
Can I ask a question?
Of course you can.
You know your piri piri's powdered.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, you know, a similar sort of level of heat to a liquid piri piri? Because, you know, you get a little piri piri sauce in the bottom.
Have you got a bottle of the sauce here?
I don't think so.
Damn it! I was going to get you to try. I don't know. I would say the bottle is got a bit more kick to it.
Right. Just curious, because I probably haven't ever really used the piri piri powder. I've always used the, because it's there, it's available. So,
teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. So that'll go on as well.
What's that for then?
That is just part of the flavouring, Carl.
Okay.
I'm just going to add some olive oil. Oh, Garvo, I've forgotten a big spoon, Garvo. Would you mind getting me a...
How big a spoon do you like?
Just something to stir this all together.
Okay.
And then I'm simply going to add all the herbs and spices to that.
Get in there.
Oh, yeah, no messing.
Cheers. Then just going to give it a mix. Set the oven to 180 degrees. If I remember later, and I'll do a conversion for anybody that wants to do that, and also put the recipe up in the comments later on as well, Carl. I'll make sure I do that for you.
Fair play.
So that's all mixed in. I'm going to put that then over at the back here onto my baking tray. And what I have done, because obviously sometimes you get a lot of staining on your baking trays.
Excuse me, sorry, Ben.
Thank you, Garvo.
Sorry to be a boss, but come over here.
Oh, we'll put it on there.
Yeah.
We'll put it there, shall we? Thank you.
On close up so we can have a look.
So all the veggies go on there, the butternut squash rather. I'm just going to spread that out over onto the tray.
Just a quick note
and
there.
Then I've got remainder. Sorry, Carl?
If you had followed the London Fashion Week, as you turned around there to the hob, that would have been very revealing. It just occurred to me.
It would have been an eclipse, like the other night. Sorry. So we've got some, we have the remainder of the spices and the juices in the bowl here. And what we do then, we add the pineapple into said mixture and mix that in as well. Excuse me. I'm going to put that onto the tray also. Just mix it in with everything else.
It smells nice, even now. We've got a fruity sort of spicy smell going on.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can only imagine. That's the problem. But that's brought it to life, I'm guessing, over there.
Certain zing to it, isn't there?
Yeah. And then that's simply going to go into the oven, as I say, at 180. Thank you.
I just want to. I'm
going to step away from here now because
we had a debate this morning about this tea towel, whether it would cause problems with the camera. Oh, it does, doesn't it? It's got a bit of a fizz going there, so.
It goes very nicely with your outfit, though. More importantly.
So that's gone into the oven, and that'll go in for about 30 to 40 minutes. While I'm doing that, obviously, I've got some here that was been in the oven earlier. So one of the next step I will be doing is, of course, the butternut squash. The butternut squash I can put on the heat here at the back. I'm going to use that one there.
I've moved the thing, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
I've got the plan up.
That's side. Let's get the lip first.
Right, I'm just
Now-
putting in the into the chat here, Owen. If people want to get in touch with you, your email address is owensfoodalchemy@gmail.com. It's also, if
Thank you very
anyone would
much.
like to buy you a drink on PayPal, that's the same email address for doing so.
Certainly is.
owensfoodalchemy@gmail.
Thank you, Carl.
Pleasure.
So I'm going to add just a tad of olive oil to the pan. It is on, isn't it? I panicked then.
I'm hoping, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the gas is not going to run out, because it's been on for about the same sort of time that it normally runs out about now. So,
Do you know, I didn't
What's
get
the backup plan then? Box of matches or something like that?
I'll just have to skittle out the back and put the bottle on.
Well, this is Ask Anything About Portugal Wednesday, of course, so we can take other questions of a more general nature about Portugal.
Absolutely.
With gas, the supply of gas to your house, Garvo, are you the small bottle, the big bottle, or the massive underground container?
No, we're the normal size bottle. What weight is
Shoulder
that? 20 something. Because where I am now, if you go out here, the gas bottles are sort of up some steps out the back, so you wouldn't want to be wrestling with the big fellas up there. I don't use that much gas anyway, so it's probably about a month, thereabouts, 3 weeks a month. One of those bottles lasts me for.
And that's so
I'm just going to add the
It's cooking, and it powers one of the showers.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right. So let's zoom back in on the cooking here.
So I'm just adding the all-purpose spices. sorry, Carl, I'm
I think we
interrupting
might have a
you.
little delay, so we'll have to
A little bit of a delay. Sorry, Carl. So I'm just adding the all-purpose seasoning to the chickpeas here. I'm just going to give that a little bit of a stir around.
Any particular type of chickpea, or chickpeas are much the same the world over?
Chickpeas are just the same, just virtually just the same all the world over. You can change this. You can put beans in if you want. And just another little tip as well: when you do get the chickpeas in a jar with the juices, and normal thing that we always do is just take the juices and pour it down the sink. Don't. One of the good things to do for a good vegan meringue is to get the juices from the jar, use a whisk, and you'll find yourself, you've got some fluffy looking, well, it looks like egg whites really, meringue. Sweeten it, add a bit of sugar to it. And then you have yourself your own, non-dairy meringue, egg whites.
That's a really good tip. I first discovered that about 10 years ago, and had a vegan chocolate mousse, and it had been made in that way. Owen, you can put a bit of chocolate powder into that aquafaba, I think it's called, isn't it? The juice that comes with the beans. Whip it up, and you've got yourself a little chocky mousse there.
So the chickpeas are on. I'm just going to leave that for a couple of minutes. I'm then going to add or cut up my avocado, and what I'm going to be doing very, very soon is a couple of videos. I'm actually going to finally start on my YouTube channel, and I'm just going to show you a few how-tos.
I tell you what we could do here. Right.
What could we do?
Now we've got some space.
We could do it in front.
We can use the.
I'm just going to put this down so it doesn't slip, so I don't cut my fingers.
The prep cam. How's about that?
That'll be great. Could you just put that there then, guys?
Those trousers got a nice view of the trousers.
Underneath.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, might as well use
and then space. Whilst I'm doing this, Garvo, would you stir? Sorry, would you stir the?
I can do that. I think I'm capable of that.
In fact, I didn't get a spoon. Bear with me for a second.
I'm bearing. Rah.
He's got to bear with him.
So I'm going to do, like I said, I'm just going to do a few how-to videos. From anything from doing how to prepare an onion, how to successfully peel an avocado and slice it, and that's using a balloon whisk to actually slice that, and then you've got no mess. But I'm just literally going to peel this off and then give it a slice, because this is part of the decoration, the filling. if you will.
Have you got any tips for like when you choose an avocado when you're in the shops? How you sort of
Definitely. When you're depending on when you're going to eat it, if you're not going to eat the avocado straight away, harder is the better. Obviously, if you want to eat the avocado that very day, soft, nice and soft. You can always feel the texture and feel how soft.
Do you squeeze though, Owen? Do you give it a little
yes,
squeeze?
I do squeeze.
Yeah. I think that's okay
Definitely.
in Portugal. Culturally, in the supermarket, just give it a little. I mean, obviously, don't give it a bear hug. Just give it a little bit of a squeeze to see what's going on, and maybe just one of them in the net.
Absolutely.
You don't want to explode your avocado.
No, you don't. So this one is done as well. Didn't get the stone out, but I'll do that in a second.
The thing about the chickpeas, of course, if they are the jar or if they come in the jar or tin, you can once rinsed, or if you save the aquafaba, you can eat those straight away, can't you? They don't need. They've already been cooked, haven't they? If they've come in a jar or a tin, generally speaking.
They are good for making your hummus and everything else. The one straight from the jar. Just going to get rid of this back in a second.
Do you ever bother, Owen, to soak dry chickpeas?
Sorry, Carl.
Do you ever bother to go through the whole faff of soaking chickpeas overnight, or it's not worth it here, is it, in Portugal, when you can buy them?
I have. I mean, here it's not really worth it, but certainly back in the UK, I would soak my peas overnight. Sorry, I don't know why I'm giggling, but yeah, I would. I would definitely do that overnight. It's something that I was taught to do.
Yeah.
So I think they're fine there, Garvo.
They're talking to me now. So.
They're absolutely talking to you. That's good. Next thing is, if you take that off, don't turn it off, but just take it off that ring there, Garvo, if you will.
Well, we still have gas.
And then we'll put the other frying pan on there, just while I heat up the wraps.
Okay. That in your way there, shall I just...
That's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm saying that chickpeas are pretty good value, really, because you get a lot of them for very little money. And like you say, you can do so much with them.
Yeah, you may as well. And the prices, I think we was a bit shocked yesterday when we was actually looking for the prices, because I'm not going to show the label, but that was the size jar that we got, and that was 69 cents.
69 cents.
However, there was a jar that was so big, and it was something like 139.
Yeah, it was probably double the price. Almost.
Go for the jar, because in particular, if you're going to use the juices as well, go for the jar rather than the tin.
Might as well.
Well, why would there be a difference? Why would there be such a big difference in price? Is there a really big difference in quality?
I haven't a clue. I think, in fact, because this jar itself was Shop's own brand, and I think the other one was I can't remember the name.
One of those ones you say, oh, I know those.
Yeah, and for me, I prefer things like that, especially if we could use the juices, is to use the ones from the jar rather than in the tin.
Oh, why not?
Yes.
You're going to get a lot less in the tin as well. So I prefer to get them from there. Just going to turn the...
And you end up with a storage jar.
Bin the tin, exactly that.
You end up with a nice,
just going to move that. Just going to move that to one side.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can use this for your pickles or your preserves or whatever kind of.
Even better still, in your workshop.
Yeah,
under a shelf,
put your nuts in it,
nail through there, stick it under there, and put your screws and your nails in there, and you've got it, just like that underneath. Fried chickpeas are a lot cheaper. Expand an awful lot. I suppose it depends on how many you're cooking for. Absolutely, Pete. Absolutely. Right.
Dad joke warning. Right. Hold on a minute. Dad joke warning. Do you want to do this one, Garbo?
Where am I? Can you hum us a tune about chickpeas? I'm not even going with that. No. That's even worse than my jokes.
So I can get a plate. I'll get a plate, shall I?
Actually, I can beat that for a bad joke. There's a pussycat talking to a tiger, and he says, "Why the big paws?"
Hey!
I'm so sorry, everybody.
Cue the wind and the bell.
Warning. Warning.
Oh, no! Yes. Thoroughly deserved that.
We have. The wrapping's done. Garvo, would you like to sprinkle some olive oil on the top of there for me, please?
I can do that. Oh, good job that wasn't that one.
Oh, it's like the BBC here. You don't have to hide the labels, you know.
Well, actually,
Okay, so
this is locally made. I've just used the bottle to.
chickpeas
nice.
are from the continent.
Enough or more?
That's fine, is that?
No, this olive oil comes from a farm just up the road. We actually picked it ourselves, which is
Right.
really nice.
Excellent subject. Excellent subject here. I was at Agrilogia yesterday, the agricultural co-op, and bought some of their own brand or the particular olive oil they stock. It's not as cheap as the supermarket one, but I'm not too bothered about that. I'm sure it's better in so many ways, taste and less mass production. If you're new to Portugal, how would you go about sourcing a local olive oil, folks?
Oh Lord!
Ask your neighbour.
Yeah, ask locally because it's in free supply here, and the taste from your shop bought olive oil it's a mild difference. You wouldn't believe the difference in taste.
Well said. So ask your neighbour. Simple. I mean, that's that for a lot of things. The head gardener Lee McGrady on our gardening Q&A on a Monday. If you want some inspiration for your garden, also look in your neighbour's garden. If it grows there, it's probably going to grow on your place as well.
Very true.
This is looking
So put the avocado on. Put the avocado on there, Carl. Some chopped onions. Garvo, would you just turn that wrap over again, please, for me? And then we have some fresh coriander leaves going on the top.
Yeah.
Just there. And then just to finish it off, a nice squeeze of lime.
Oh, my word. My mouth is watering now.
And then, Garvo.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Carl.
It's the wrapping. Now, there are two things I'd like to observe about the wrapping here. Warming the wrap, that's a rookie error, isn't it, when people just take them straight out of the packet and use them cold. Yeah. You're bringing them back to life, putting a bit of heat in there, which is really nice. Garvo's on the case with that. And the wrapping itself, I want to see your technique for doing this for two reasons. One is so it doesn't fall apart, but also so you don't feel like you're eating a flannel at the end. Like, you know, where you just get that.
Don't forget, this is live, so if it does go wrong,
sorry, mate. Yeah, pressure's on it. There
we go. So I'd say one side. And I will, if you see where my finger is here, I'm holding it because I then want to fold from the bottom up.
Yeah.
And I'll get the other side. Fold that there.
Oh my word.
Pick it up.
There we go.
And we're done. Garvo.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Well, hang on a minute, because
I can do that.
I've got to go and do the drink.
Oh, you've got to go and do the drink. So I'm gonna leave that on there then.
We'll come back to it in 1 second.
We'll come back to it. It's going to unfold when I put it down. There you go.
I just need a couple seconds to...
That's fine. That's good.
Over to you. I'm just
Take that
going to
off.
disappear.
I'm going to do the other two.
You could put a Palitos little cocktail stick into there to hold it together.
Now,
has anyone else like me here bitten into something, a burger or a wrap with a cocktail stick in it, not realizing there was a cocktail stick? That hurts when you do that. Anyone else done that here?
I think it's the same, Carl, with when they wrap them in tin foil and you bite into them and you get an extra filling.
Yes.
So I'm just going to do the other two here as well.
Is that something you'd recommend? I mean, if you were making these to be eaten later, your little dinner party snack or something like that, would you wrap them in foil or would that make them sweat too much?
I would think they would sweat. I would like to do these. I mean, I'm thinking of doing this once we find a venue for a barbecue. I'm going to do, attempt to do them there along with others. Because I just think it's something that's nice when it's just about warm. I think it'll still taste just as good when it's cold as well. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to think of a way that we could actually wrap them and serve them later. Anyway, let me just go back to this and just give it
I'm going to get a storage plate.
Fold over for Garvo. I should have really got some tin foil for this bit, shouldn't I? And a few cocktail sticks. So Garvo,
Right.
here we go.
Well, my friend. Right, if we put that on there.
You put that on there.
Right, you get yourself one because I want you to have a match up with this drink.
No problem.
And I will reveal what the drink is after Owen has approved it.
Oh, risky.
Because
Not as much.
I think it will go very nice. So there's no further seasoning on this. It's all inclusive.
No, it's all there.
That's
all
the
there.
real deal. I'm just going to have a little taste of this without the drink. What's what you mean? Got life of its own now.
It certainly has.
Right, here we go.
Men wrestling raps live on the Good Morning Portugal show.
Oh, that's nice. Who needs meat?
You don't need me with no. Sorry, talking with my mouth. Well, I do apologise, ladies.
We
and
have to
gents.
really sometimes. Go on then. Tell me if that goes with it.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. And then we'll reveal what the mystery drink is.
yeah.
Yeah, forgive the empty bottle, but let's go in there. Pink port.
It's a pink port.
Pink port and soda.
Check you out, you guys.
is-
Pink port. Is
That
this
is-
a
We
reason?
we had a full bottle of this the other night, but the family comes down, and as you know, Terence likes to drink, so
Morning, Terence.
That is absolutely spot on.
I thought it would go.
That is a lovely
It's something from the
bottle.
old wine club. We did pink port, I think, eons ago
remember.
almost, but I think it would go.
I don't remember that, but maybe that's what happens when you drink pink port. You don't remember it. But with a soda mixer in that, then Garvo, nice combo. Oh, look, it's like looking down the barrel of a gun. You're looking down the opening of a wrap this morning. So could you run us through it one more time? We've got basically squash and chickpea wraps there, haven't we? With avocado, some gentle seasoning,
Pineapple.
bringing it to the lime, and a bit of pineapple as well. That is a flavor sensation. I can't say it without my mouth watering. Flavor sensation, and a pink port with soda to go with it this morning, which is
Absolutely
fantastic.
stunning.
All right.
And I think
So
because it's not too spicy, it's not hot.
Yeah.
You know, the spices that are in there. You do get obviously the creaminess from the avocado that's actually just taming it down a little bit, and also along with the coriander leaves and the lime juice, and it just gives it that little bit of crispiness with the onion, with the diced onion.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Oh
amazing,
yeah, I
amazing.
want to talk to you about sweet onions. I've never eaten raw onion like I do here in Portugal. They are softer, sweeter, milder, aren't they here? Than we're used to.
And it's also a pleasure when you can see the white onions.
Yes.
Because I would class, you know, the ones with the brown skin on as the yellow onion, but the white onions that you do tend to see, not the most frequent place I pick them up is probably Pingo Doce.
Okay.
But they're you know they are that good. You could eat them like an apple, really. They're that you know
I mean,
that mild, the white one.
They're sometimes called sweet onion, aren't they? Absolutely. Another thing I wanted to pick up on and ask you about, I'm going to go through the comments, see what feedback we have been getting, and congratulations, I'm sure, in the chat and in the comments. But there's something about cooking things separately to bring them together into a wrap or a dish. And I saw this with ratatouille. If you slop everything into the same pan, it kind of makes it monotone, doesn't it, in terms of flavor?
Yeah.
And what I noticed you've done this morning is you've cooked things separately, and by bringing them together in the wrap and not in the pan, you get a much bigger range of flavor. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, purely for time purposes, I mixed the pineapple and the butternut squash together and roasted them together. Normally, I would roast them separately.
Yeah. Yeah,
and then
that preserves. That preserves the individual flavor.
Absolutely, I just find it's all part of the alchemy. To use the word, it really is. You're getting. I don't know if you agree with me, Garvo. You're getting individual textures, individual tastes with every bite, and it's really nice. You know, you bite into it and you find the pineapples there. You got the sweetness,
Yeah.
and then in the next bite down, you've got the crispiness of the onion. Then you've got the creaminess of the avocado. It's amazing, and like I say, this would top any meat wrap, by far.
Right,
Yeah.
By far.
I totally agree, right, because I'm a meat eater, and
Yeah, meat eater. What did we share last night, Garvo?
I'll tell him in a minute. Just before I lose my thread, right? I find with sometimes with meat,
Terence.
all you ever taste is the meat, and that's it. The meat overpowers everything. So you've got one level of taste. Now, when you get something like this, it's multi-level. You can the chickpeas, the onion, the cilantro, the avocado, the pineapple. So in effect, you get more of an experience, really, and probably it's a bit healthier as well. So
Absolutely.
last night we went out for a meal, just to have a bit of fun, relax together, and we went to one of the restaurants over the back there. We had the what was it called? It was mixed grill, basically pork beef mixed grill, and the waitress said, "Oh, would you like to share that?" And we looked at each other. And thought, "Oh, okay then." And
It's a good job. It's a good job.
Yeah, it was a good job because when she came, it was like, bosh. And even with two was going at it, there was still some left over.
Meat sweats and everything.
Last night, I felt like I was like carrying a bag of cement around.
But it was lovely. It was lovely. And I do have to say, just a couple of hellos, you know, forgive me. There's a brilliant burger bar down in Marina Grande, which I've spoken to the owners last time I went in, and hopefully one morning I'll go down there and have a chat with him and maybe incorporate that on a Wednesday morning. I'll just do that via my phone.
Oh, what a great idea! What an amazing idea! If there are any Portuguese, sorry, go on, you carry on.
And then there's also, I'd like to say good morning to the guys at Bali in Leiria restaurant, another place also that hopefully one morning before they open up, we'll have a chat with the owners and try and do a Wednesday morning with those guys. How's that?
That, my friend, and maybe we should end each time we speak with over so that we can hand back over to each other. But that is a great idea. And if you are a Portuguese restaurant or cafe owner and you'd like to host Owen and Garvo and the amazing Austin Brothers crew, or just Owen popping along in a kind of reviewing style, watching other people, we can do it handheld there. Any combination, it will be fantastic. However, we can make this happen. But yeah, if you're a Portuguese restaurant cafe owner and you'd like us to be at your place and broadcast live one morning, we'd love to do that. Great idea, Owen. Let me just go through to a few comments in the chat, and then I'll come back to you with further observations and hacks and answers to questions about Portuguese food or anything to do with Portuguese life here on Ask Anything About Portugal Wednesday. Bon dia from Pam this morning, who told us earlier on it was International Museum Day. Who else is in? We've said hello to the Doc. We'll see you later, Doc, who says, we're talking about, people are talking about their kids coming over to Portugal. No plans yet, says the Doc. The interminable Leiria Mayfair will no doubt feature. It's got to end in May, though, hasn't it? Sometimes it can't go on into June.
It ends at the end of May, Carl, it ends.
Yeah, well, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? The Mayfair.
End of May ends, but it's been for me.
Go on.
I'll raise my hand when I speak, Carl. Sorry, you carry on. The Mayfair, the Mayfair. It's great, but it's rather loud. I mean, I come across it the other night. There was a band playing, and there was also a football match on, and the noise, Carl. 2 o'clock
really?
In the morning it finishes. Oh my word! But it's okay. It's cool. I haven't been purely because of the volume of people that are there. It's really, really busy. Perhaps we should have a look at a barbecue place in Leiria at the moment, because quite simply everybody will be at the fair.
Well, this is what I've been saying about Portugal at the moment. People are ready to party, and they are. It's incredible. Festa, festa, festa. The season has begun after two years of lockdown. The Portuguese people are partying hard. Dia Internacional dos Museus today. Lots of free entry and guided tours of museums around Portugal, folks. Thank you, Pam, for this. I'm going to the monastery to see my friend's photography exhibition. I was there yesterday. If I could just show you the pictures very briefly, Pam, I have found Carla de Dosh. No, sorry, the other way around. Dosh de Carla. What a fantastic chicken lunch I had there. Chicken and red wine, few bits of sausage, chips and rice. It was fantastic. Lovely trip out to Alchemist with Bill yesterday. Here's Bill on the way back, checking in at Atelier de Dos. Nice car park, even better view in the background there. Bolla de Berlin video to come later on today. And this is the view inside Atelier de Dos, all those lovely Bolla de Berlin. Ich bin ein Berliner, as we discovered today. And that lovely view, the Cafe Dorches de Carla has that lovely view of the monastery if you sit across from there. What else is being said in the chat? World Recycling Day tomorrow too. They wanted to use it again. Hey, very good, Stephen. More news, so much plastic. There is, isn't there? Absolutely. Chris wants a tip on a car hire company over there in Madeira. If Joao Mendonça, are you tuned in? Joao will be able to help you with that, I think. Joao M. And Ian Turner, loving your tip for the day. Your Jazz Funk Fajdo Dia. Chris there, he'll be checking out Brothers Johnson on Spotify later. Fantastic. Jason's here. Nice to see you, Jason, this morning. And Antonio F. No indication. They've done something to the playback of YouTube and the messages, I think, or StreamYard have. Doc, have you read any of Thomas Piketty's work? I think you might approve. I've not heard of Thomas Piketty. Doc will probably pick you up on that. Piketty pick you up on that later on. Eurovision, we was robbed of seeing Spain's outfit. What outfit? Hardly an outfit. Same fashion designers as our earlier picture.
Never noticed.
No. Linda told me the other day, but there were guys in the band. I never noticed them.
Can't wait to talk to you later about that. I have another theory. We started getting takeaway coffee during the pandemic. In a flask. We always ask for it hot. Bem quente. There you go. Yes, that might have changed Portuguese habits a little bit. Who knows? But hopefully we will never see in Portugal the dreaded al desco lunch where people get a sandwich, a bag of crisps, and a coffee or a drink and go and sit it and eat it at their desk. Please, Portugal, never do that. Question then, let's put the hive mind to this. The banks in Portugal require statements of the last 3 months from your country's bank, a salary certificate from your company, utility bill, all documents from your country of origin. I wasn't asked for that. That was my personal experience. Garvo, Owen, anyone else want to care to?
Well, the thing is, it's changed since I came here. So what applied to me probably doesn't apply to you guys now because the rules are somewhat changed.
Yeah. Okay. No utility bill, Moaz. Only your last 3 bank statements showing you have a proper savings and monthly income they require. It's a bit rude, isn't it? Any problems with that? Just go to EI and they'll help you. You can appoint them as your power of attorney to do that as well. Gilda and team can take care of that. They do in Dubai because I'm not resident yet, says Moaz there. How is Plague Island? Stop it. I heard Truss say this morning. Truss, by the way, it's not a talking Truss. It's a woman called Liz Truss. I heard Truss say this morning. No, well, that'd make a quite good animated program, though, wouldn't it? A talking Truss. The stories it could tell. I heard Truss say this morning. No windfall tax. No one says Truss anymore, do they? Apart from me. No windfall taxes. It won't attract foreign investment. Oh, Brexit has already cooked that turkey. My goodness. Leave it, Pete. It ain't worth it. Okay. I think a few bits of chat going on in the comments here about that. Maybe wrapping greaseproof paper to eat later. Nice tip. And this one for you, Owen, if you're still there. Can we get jicama? What is that? It would be a lovely crunch. Tell us more.
I've not come across that.
Maybe it's called something different somewhere else.
Yeah, it might do.
Is it known by anything else, Cindy?
Granola, maybe. Jicama. Okay. Or
I don't know.
I haven't heard of that one either.
Jicama. It sounds like
enlighten us more, please, Cindy.
Yes.
Yeah, please do, Cindy. Bon dia. Interesting cooking session. Oh, yes, Raj. On this Wednesday of the month. What Wednesday are we on? It's the 3rd Wednesday of every month. Live cooking demo, certainly something to do with cooking with Owen. Ably assisted this morning by Garvo, as you can see there. I think there was some talk of garbanzo, which was connected to your name. And Terence in production behind the camera. Have you given him something to eat yet?
He's just eating away here now. He can't respond because he's got a mouthful.
Yeah, he's smashing it down his grid like a good one.
Okay. And who doesn't like to, etc., etc. Behold, press the like button. Oh, GMP is good for my health. It lowers my blood pressure. Now that has to be a good thing. I'll give him some pink port. Ahoy, me hearties! That looks very tasty this morning.
Maybe, it certainly is.
Simon preferring rum possibly to pink port there. Morning, people. As a black jacket chef myself, Abel Pinheiro. We learned how to say your name correctly, didn't we? And I still don't know if I am. Abel Pinheiro. I must say that. Abiel. Don't start. What is a black jacket chef? Well, what is a black jacket chef?
It's like, it's one of them.
Wax off. Okay. Okay. All right. Gina's here. We're going to see Gina later on. It's beautiful here in San Martino.
Hey, Gina.
Today. We'll see you later on, Gina. And looking forward to saying molto prazer to you. So just add an underscore. Got it. See you there. What's going on here? Jicama, pronounced Hika. Oh, a silent or a Jicama there. Mexican and South American in origin. But what is it? Jicama is a white flesh veggie from Central America. We'll have to look into that. And Sharon, thank you.
Is it part of the radish family by any chance?
If it's crunchy, yes. If it's crunchy, as Cindy suggested, that may well be it. There might have some sliced white radish possibly there. And thank you, Sharon, for your earlier comment as well, translating the 180 degrees into Fahrenheit, which I can't find right now, but double it and add 30, I think is what you need to do for that. Been amazing again. So, gentlemen, back to you. Any further thoughts on your wonderful creation this morning? How's it going down?
Well, it's going fine. I'm making one up for Linda.
Excellent.
Obviously, to say thank you for allowing me to use the wonderful kitchen here.
Yeah.
And yeah, just going back to the barbecue. Like I say, I'm going to travel out this afternoon with the doc after the Silver Coast meetup, and we're going to try and find some more venues. I'll take some photographs and then pass them on to you, Carl, and then potentially we could have opinions from everybody with the best place to go. The best place where we could all meet up. And it'd be great. Like I say, it's not going to be on a Wednesday. We'll try for a Saturday, because I know a Sunday is a definite no because it'll be packed.
Don't do it.
So if we find a Saturday perhaps to do it, and then we can film it and then show it on a Wednesday slot.
Superb. owensfoodalchemy@gmail.com to get in touch with Owen about any or all of this. Chickpeas in the US, also called garbanzo beans. There you go. Oh, the garvanzo beans in this instance this morning. Chicken beaks, I think, is the Portuguese translation for chickpeas. Very good. And grain of the nozzle, that's another literal translation, I think, there as well. But officially in the supermarket, you're looking for grão de bico, aren't you, for chickpeas there? But given that they come in a glass jar, it shouldn't be too difficult. Here's a thing. Be sure to sprout those avocado seeds. So keep those, let them sprout. You can also, if you put your chickpeas in the fridge for overnight, maybe for a day, they'll sprout as well, won't they? And give you another sort of aspect to the flavor.
They will. But one of the things that I've found that I've been eating recently in some foods is the avocado seed, which has been dried and grated.
No way.
Because of the goodness that's involved in there as well. Yeah, absolutely. Full of nutrients, full of goodness.
Dried and grated avocado seeds. We're learning a lot this morning. Yes, chickpeas and all beans are so great when cooked at home rather than in the can or the jar. Love the broth, can be amazing. We do have some other dad jokes that I need to warn you about as well this morning, and tips about growing growing the chickpeas, or whether you can or not. I think we've got chickpea plants, and whether you can grow avocados from a seed or not. The jury is still out on that. Do you want to do this one, Garvo?
What's that say?
You can't judge any avocado until you guac a mile in his shit.
Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? That is truly. Thank God, they're out of here. That's it. Tools down. Okay. Wrapping techniques, then roll it over so the loose side is down and it will stay wrapped. Yeah, and just can you imagine though, this is what you do to somebody you don't like. You turn it over so that when they pick it up, it ends up all over their trousers. Okay. Well, there's around a 20% chance, I think, for growing your or sprouting your avocado seed. So that is probably the tree in Florida. Also, avocado trees use tons of water, so not the best choice in the south. You're making me hungry, said Rebel Mama earlier on. And looks good, Owen, even with the lack of meat. Now, here's something else to bring into the conversation. Brian recently made a chicken shawarma, I think this is called, or shawarma, cooked weekend, and to move back onto a keto diet. So that's going to be pretty meaty. But what is this? Your doner kebab machine that you've got at home? It's like a vertical rotisserie. Is that what's going on there, Owen?
I want one of those. I want one of those.
Tell me what's going on. When I first saw it, I thought it was an air fryer, but it's actually a mini kind of doner kebab.
It is. It is that.
Yeah. What's that called? Not a tourniquet.
I don't know. I think it's like almost like a rotisserie, isn't it? I don't know.
Rotisserie, a vertical rotisserie. That's the right word, isn't it? So what's he done there? He's piled on the chicken onto the skewer, popped it in, and it's grilling away there. That looks good. And all that juice in the bottom, that's going to be well used later on.
It's dirty, isn't it?
That is dirty.
Yeah, it's what you have.
It is.
Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah, another big shout out to oh God, I've forgotten her name now.
Oh
no, Doc, help me out. The lovely kebab lady in Laria, just opposite the castle.
That's probably all we need to know.
Thursday through till Sunday, till 2 o'clock in the morning. And the kebabs, the burgers, everything that they have there are mutable. Beautiful.
Well, I think everyone will know what they need to know just from that. The lovely kebab lady in Leria. A lot of people around the world will be going, oh, yeah, I know her. Very happy about the tiger paws joke, Garvo. It will replace my horse walks into a bar. Yes, what's with the long face joke? It's a long face. Good value there. I still can't think about hummus without thinking about brushing your teeth with it, like you don't mess with Zohan. Oh, that's that was a comedy movie. I can't remember the fella's name now from Zoolander. Yeah. So did he brush his teeth with hummus? Yeah, that's a good gag in its own right, isn't it? Joao F is here, everybody. Hi, everyone. Just managed to join in. You missed the cooking. You can watch it. Whoa! Another fan of the kebab roaster thingy. Name, please, Brian. Everybody suddenly wants one of those for Christmas, if not sooner. Sandra. How about that? Sandra's the kebab.
Sandra, Bara Sandra. That's what it is.
Bara Sandra.
Thank you, Doc.
Very good.
If you're ever in Laria of an evening, go, please, because the food is absolutely amazing and greatly priced as well.
All right. You guys happy to hang around a bit longer to talk about your knowledge of kebab bars, restaurants, and so on? Any questions anyone's got about food here in Portugal, ask them in the chat, in the comments. We'll do our best to get back to you on those and let you know. Oh, Jicama is coming up again. And yeah, Jicama there. Thomas Piketty apparently is a French economist whose seminal work, Capital in the 21st Century, that's the name of his work. Inequality is not an accident, but a feature of capitalism that can be reversed only via state intervention. There you go. There's Thomas Piketty for you. If you're finding it difficult to sleep at night, that sounds like it could do the trick. Only kidding, my dear socialist friends here this morning. Okay, I've got a little video to show, and we'll come back to answer any more of your questions about Portuguese food or extended culture from this expat point of view. Check this out. This is I went to Atelier de Dos. Did I mention that yesterday? I wonder what's in this box. Atelier de Dos. What's that? A sweet workshop, sweet studio. Okay, let's have a look. Oh my word! Look at that golden goodness. The sunshine on those bola de Berlin. Each one a different filling. Can you believe? Cannot wait. Bye. Gotta go eat donuts. Now I'm guessing, Garvo.
Carl.
Yeah, go on.
You should do that again and play the music, but just speak in a Barry White sort of tone. I think it was missing a Barry White tone with that music then, as you backed.
You need
It's
Raphael.
wonderful.
You need Raphael to do a voiceover for that, don't you?
Raphael be great with that.
You know, these are just not, these aren't just ordinary donuts. These are Atelier de Dos donuts. They were superb, I have to say. There's a little bit of a crumb left on a plate here, but they had Nutella, forest fruit, strawberry jam, custard, dulce de leite, I think. 10 different fillings and 10 different Ich bin ein Berliner in that box there. So superb to go there. Here's another quick shot of the counter in Atelier de Dos. There you go. I mean, other cakes are available there, and I think they're building a cafe. What, 10 or 15-minute drive from San Martino de Porto? Depends on how quickly you drive, of course. Did you ever get out there, Garvo?
Yeah, I think I've been around that way, yeah, but not obviously lately because we've all been locked up for a bit. So it's kind of time for a return by looks of it.
Yep, absolutely brilliant place. Michelle's here as well. Good morning. Yes, chickpeas in the US are called garbanzos or chickpeas. It's great, isn't it? All these different names for things. As you said earlier on, cilantro, which would be coriander for some of the rest of us. Looks delicious, says Baddy. Enjoying that already. Food porn is what Sharon H is calling it this morning. And Boulash de Berlin is the correct title, of course. Not donuts. Sorry to use the word donut there. They are, of course, Boulash de Berlin. Go on, who was that?
No, I just said don't. Just the Homer Simpson. Don't.
Okay.
Can I just say something as well, Carl? Just
please do.
Jamie Oliver, stop it.
What's he doing?
Oh, what's
sorry?
Going on?
That's
what's
it.
No, go
well,
on.
He's trying to get the UK. He's trying to get the government to ban buy one get one frees and things like that in the supermarket.
Bog off.
Bog off. Yeah. People are struggling to make ends meet. So for me, things like buy one get one free is a bonus. But Jamie Oliver is encouraging people to go down to outside number 10 with Eton Mess to protest for 15 minutes outside there. Jamie Oliver, go back to your £6 million mansion and shut up. Sorry.
Do one. All right, fair enough.
Do one, Governor.
It's
sorry. I had to get it off the chest, Carl. Sorry.
No, it's absolutely fine. You're privileged to do so this morning. Yes, it's a home vertical rotisserie from Amazon. Says Brian. Thank you for introducing that to our imaginations this morning, Brian. Founder, says Rebel Mama, some are not too expensive. And I'm thinking there will be some innovators in our community. Could you just... What's that, Garvo?
We're going to make one.
I was just thinking about that.
We're going to make one, Carl.
An old roller skate in a hairdryer. Yeah. I want to see the pictures of that. An interesting combo of M&S advert and train station announcement. Yeah, that's how we roll here. Those Boulash de Berlin were delicious from there. Great tip. Cheers. Not at all. Happy to take anyone there. And yeah, the thing to do is to go in and say, yeah, de cada, one of each. Put them in a box. And dip it in chocolate, as I heard. No, they don't. They don't. But actually, that's not a bad serving suggestion. Carl, you are a tease. Well, do my best, Michelle. And Pete, was it you who said who doesn't like a creamy filling first thing in the morning? Go on, Owen.
I'm now going to take the pineapple and butternut squash out here. I'm going to put one in a wrap. I'm going to wrap it in foil and bring it to San Martino. How's that?
Bless you. Yes, I'll take it. Fantastic. I'll have to go.
Only one, by the way, everybody at the meetup. Only one.
I just can't put up with the money anymore. Just
every week when we do it, he's always wanting something. We'll take him something.
Chinese shops probably sell the vertical rotisserie. They may do. And I don't know whether you would go with your best Cantonese or your best Mandarin or your best Portuguese. Let me know how you get on with that. I mean, that is a comedy sketch there, isn't it? Somebody going into a Chinese loja, loja de China here in Portugal, trying to buy a vertical rotisserie. There probably are easier things to buy. God knows what you come out with at the end of that discussion. One of my mottos regarding food since being here. Say that again, Garvo.
Try and say that in Portuguese. Vertical rotisserie. Thingy.
Yes, exactly. And a mixture of Chinese and Portuguese. One of my mottos regarding food since being here is I'll try anything once. Well done. Yeah, and who doesn't like to try anything once first thing in the morning? I want a wrap. Oh, look. Scott wants one as well. We'll have to share.
Hip,
In true
hip, hop, hop, and you don't stop a rapping to the bam bam boogie. Up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogity beat. Sorry.
Look, he's a bit hefty.
Not that sort of rap. Not that sort of rap. Owen.
Sorry.
And we'll have to share it in true socialistic style. We won't go all capitalist on each other later on. That vertical rotisserie looks a bit too much like the electric fires we used to have as a kid. The Chinese shop once will produce a roaring fire where your house used to be. Not necessarily, Pete. Don't be like that. And good gumbers, fondle that like button for this delicious show. Excellent stuff. I want to show that fantastic video again from yesterday, where the wonderful Daniel Fernandes, the international football player, was singing the praises of Portugal and investing in Portugal. And the reason I want to show it is because it shows the sort of atmosphere we were talking about before of the Parque de Merendas, the Portuguese family sitting around the table, chatting, shouting, eating, drinking. Check this out, the promotion of Portugal from a professional global football star.
Hey guys, so you hear me all the time talking about Clubhouse and investing in Portugal. You've seen me on Facebook, Instagram. I want to present you to Daniel Fernandes, okay? International soccer star, part of the national team.
If you love food, you love wine, you love people, you love to enjoy, and you're not coming to Portugal,
that's one of the reasons you want to invest here, no, Daniel? Is that what it is?
Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself because everybody likes to enjoy a good time. Come here.
We're here with a family event. And this is what's it about. The real Portugal. Right?
Real
Arroz de feijão. And the vinho. Next to vinho. Where's the wine?
What kind of vinho do you want?
There's the wine. Homemade. Hey, o vinho, olha, champagnon. This is the real Portugal. This is why people, like Daniel and most, choose Portugal. It's not because of only the food and the wine, which is great.
I didn't want to tell nobody, but we're getting in this situation because Clubhouse does fantastic things to making this Portugal be known so much lately with everything happening. But this is the truth. This is the reality of what happens here. This is a village in the middle of nowhere, small little place, but it's an amazing, breathtaking place. Middle of nowhere, but it's for us. It's a big village. There we go. Near Viana do Castelo.
Viana do Castelo is one of the most beautiful cities in northern Portugal.
For Portuguese, it is a big city. It's a small city, but a big city. But for you guys out there, you're like, it's nothing but feel welcome. It's the best place. Everybody speaks English. Everybody's welcoming.
Well, guys, you heard it from...
It's a destiny for people that really want to be
You heard it from Daniel Fernandes, international soccer star. And he's going to eat, but you heard it from him.
I'm not going to let you but if you come, I'll let you eat first.
Bye, guys. Just wanted to share Portugal. Move to Portugal. Recommended or no, Daniel? Invest in Portugal.
If you like dreaming, you come here. You want to dream big, come here. That's it.
Bye, guys.
No, I don't know if you're able to hear that over there in Al-Viagra, but that atmosphere was amazing. That's what it's like when you walk into I suppose the restaurant or the cafe in the part of town where Portuguese people go. You're not where the tourists, foreigners, expats go. That is the true, authentic sound, I think, of a Portuguese gathering there. Absolutely love that. And yeah, international soccer star there, Portugal player, a Canada player, Daniel Fernandes. Thank you very much, Antonio, for that. What's happening now? You're making my rap.
Yes.
Oh, bless you.
I am that. And I'm actually making one for the doc as well.
Okay.
So, Carl, who's coming today then?
We are looking forward to meeting Steve for the first time. Steve is over from the United States. Gina over from the United States. The Al-Viagra delegation as well coming over. We're looking at live rap preparation here. And the usuals, the regulars who are coming as well. And the weather is brightening up for us as well, I'm glad to say. So we'll see you over there at 1 o'clock, between 1 and 3, at the Palmeira Cafe, where you'll hear a similar atmosphere to the one you just heard in the video there, when we all get together a little bit later on. Other meetups for the rest of the country. Oh, we have morning coffee from the south of the country this morning from Jack Polly. Thank you very much, Jack, for sending in your video. A little bit of a weather forecast, a visual weather forecast. We'll play that towards the end of the show. But yeah, Jack has offered to do a meetup in Portimao. We've got in Pombal, we've got Matty, which might be nice for you Al-Viagra folks from time to time as well. Mix it up a little bit between the Silver Coast and Pombal. And Andy, of course, in Lisbon. So all of these to come, these meetups. That's looking fantastic, Owen. Thank you so much. That's so thoughtful of you to bring that over to me and to the doc. And we there we were. We've kind of demonstrated the sort of political future we'd like to see. There was the kind of suggestion there that might be a shortage. It might have to be me or it might have to be the doc. And we've shared, haven't we? We've shared in true socialistic style and in the spirit of the Constitution that no one need go without. So thank you very much for being so thoughtful and brilliant this morning, Owen, and to you, Garvo, as well. Look at that. He's nursing. He's giving my rap a Reiki blessing there. Thank you very much indeed.
That's difficult to say, wasn't it?
Has Terence been wanting to say it's a wrap all morning? Because I think we're just coming up to that moment.
But he will soon.
He will soon. There we go. Last words to you then, to you, Owen, to you, Garvo, and Terence, if necessary, from behind the camera, if you'd like to do so.
I think we better bring him out. Just
let's bring him out.
Otherwise, you'll drink all that port and it'll just get
I hope he's dressed like a London model. Let's see now. No, he's fully clothed. Oh, great to see you, Terence. Thank you for all you do behind the scenes there.
Magic fingers.
Did you prepare a speech?
I've got a mic. They won't let me on the mic.
Terence Austin, everybody, check his beautiful art out. Terence Austin, the artist. What's your? Please remind us of your website address, Terence, if you will, before we leave today. It'd be fantastic if you can do that.
It's terenceaustinartist.com, strangely enough.
Terenceaustinartist.com, strangely enough.
Place to visit.
You can't guess
2 seconds.
All right, thank you very much indeed, Terence. No, do check it out seriously. Terence is a Renaissance man, painter, artist, video producer, as you can see here, and pretty good in a fist fight as well. Do you think our friend Nelson will agree to put together a long table so that a large group of us can sit together and not all scattered all over the place? I'm going to leave you to ask him that, Baddy. You can be our representative. Dogs are pining for walks. See you tomorrow, lovelies. Thanks for the show, Carl and the chefs. Thank you so much, Owen. Thank you, Garvo. Thank you, Terence, once again. We'll see you again soon. We're going to finish with a quick coffee in the Algarve. Ciao, ciao, fellas. Bye for now, and we'll see you later at the meetup. Go on, Owen. Sorry.
See you in a bit. Yes, I was just going to say, don't forget my PayPal, the owensfoodalchemy at gmail.com, and look out for OFC, not just Owen's Fried Chicken, but Owen's Fish and Chips as well.
Oh, 2 lots of OFC. Very good. All right, cheers, Owen. And I'll put that email address up on the screen as we play out today. Ciao.
Chris waiting patiently for his galau. And our amazing view with all the boat trips, waiting for all the people to come down for the day. Trips coming in, and our fabulous waiter bringing us coffee and a pastel de matas. Thank you, obrigada.